This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. For the season series between these two teams, the Bucks came away empty-handed in the last matchup against Miami. They'll be trying to turn things around and climb out of a hole down 2-0 in this season series.
And overall, a very disappointing effort. They really didn't do anything well. They deserved their fate.
Yeah, it was far less than a masterpiece, that's for sure, Steve.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, presented by State Farm. The captain, he's in at center. Anthony out there with Noah, and it's Wall, and it's Douglas in at the shooting guard position. And for the Bucks, they've got Chris Douglas-Roberts. Chris Humphries is out there with Nene, and it's Michael Redd, and it's Jennings in at the point guard. Nene knocks it down from 19 feet. Nene's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Bucks. Here's Wall. Here's Noah. Now Jennings, averaging 8 points a game.
Aggressive transition game leads to the easy hoop.
Yeah, I'd love to see these guys just trampolining to the hoop.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
On the defensive end of the court, guys, he said the effort would be anchored by their big men, who he expects to wreak a little havoc in the low post with their shot-blocking prowess. Back to you.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra, Clark, we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
Yeah, you hear it all the time, Kevin, and that's the identity they want to have today, and I think it'll work for them as long as they execute it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one thing to say it, but you got to bring it. And I think this team has to show great energy and aggression early on if they're going to win this game.
Wall against Nene. Now Douglas, right now averaging 5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Count that one.
You know, Kevin, he outweighs his man by quite a bit in that matchup, and he did the right thing by going straight to the rim. Don't mess around with it.
Right side, Jennings. He's picked up by Wall. Up off the screen. Jennings with the bucket.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
Douglas, the pass to Carmelo. Charity stripe shot. Again, the Heat good for 2.
These are the kinds of shots he feels so comfortable with.
Now here's Jennings. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Douglas-Roberts with the ball. Pass to Jennings. Taken away by Anthony.
And nice swipe there. You can see his eyes get wide open when he saw the opportunity to take the ball. Yeah, easy bucket for him there.
And finish he did. Took it hard to the rim.
And here's Jennings. Douglas-Roberts covered by Anthony. Up top, Douglas-Roberts covered by Anthony. 18 feet away. Another shot with the second effort. The shot by Nene, no good.
It seems like he tightens up, guys, when he gets close to the rim, especially with a defender nearby.
Right against Douglas. Feeds it to Melo. Covered by Douglas-Roberts. 2 on the clock. Wing shot on the way. Goes back up. And no mistakes on the layup. He's got 6.
How about the determination right there on that putback?
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of it. Here's Jennings. Nene is out there with Humphries. Then there's Jennings, and it's Michael Redd, and it's Boykins in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Now here's Jennings, trailing by 4. Defended by Douglas. Clock at 6. Here's Humphries. Great defense that time from Noah. The Heat leading by 4. Douglas dishes to Carmelo. Jennings with the steal. Defended by Douglas. Jennings against Douglas. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Noah. So it's Miami now. 4-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Pretty poor effort at both ends of the floor, guys. They got abused defensively, and at the offensive end, they just didn't have the firepower to make up for it.
And I'm not sure what the reason was behind that, Steve. I mean, they didn't show a whole lot of heart on the defensive end. They didn't show any tenacity. And to me, it's inexplicable.
It's rebounded by Noah. Heat on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Anthony against Red. Anthony kicks to Wall. Back to Anthony. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Melo having a terrific game. He has 11 points and 1 steal.
Well, I like the work he's done defensively, but you can't overlook his scoring.
No doubt, guys. I mean, you've got to admire what he's done in his all-around game, not just the points.
Here is Boykins, looking for his first bucket of the game. Outside Jennings. Covered by Anthony. Here's Humphries. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside, Wall. Passes it to Douglas. Up with it. Jennings with the rebound.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
There's a good screen. Left side, Wall. Fires from the corner. Anthony can't hit.
Boy, he had a good look there.
Got to take those when they come.
Boykins passes to Jennings. Beyond the arc. That drops. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
He can be dangerous from out there. As a matter of fact, he can be lethal. His first from the arc after having none in the first quarter. Keep an eye on him.
With the hook shot. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
All sorts of time. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Well, after a slow first quarter, he's starting to pick it up a bit here.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. The Heat third.
Kevin, who says that good defense isn't fun to watch? This has been impressive. The last few weeks, they've been able to get after it and be active and come up with more steals than normal.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Harry Sanders is checked in for Humphries. Douglas Roberts comes in for Michael Redd. And it's Dooling in for Earl Boykins. Now here's Jones. Shoots over Douglas Roberts. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here is Jennings. Left side, Jennings. The leaner inside. Shot denied.
And I think whichever team starts to dominate the glass could really take control of this game.
I won't disagree with you. I mean, it's so tight between these teams right now on the board that you're just waiting to see which team might pull away.
You know, they're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They got to be physical. They got to man up in there.
I agree. I mean, you look at the points they're giving up. Most of them seem to be coming inside the paint.
Now, here's Nene. He's got 6. Shot from free throw range. The captain rips down the defensive board.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Fires, high post. Wall's shot is off. The Bucks trail. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Now dueling. It's back to Jennings. Defended by Jones. 1 second left. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we'll get going again here from Milwaukee shortly.
Halftime at the Bradley Center. We're in a close one. Hello, I'm Damon Bruce, and welcome to the HP Halftime Show. The Heat are giving it everything they've got. Points in the paint, definitely in their favor. They've stayed in attack mode down low. Carmelo Anthony just having his way against the defense of the Bucks. He's got 11 points and a great field goal percentage, too, making his shots count. Meanwhile, the Bucks not to be outdone. Great ball control offensively. The turnover differential a major advantage right now. Brandon Jennings has been on a roll in the first half. He's got 11 points and has added some assists to his totals as well. Some fantastic numbers to enjoy here. What a first half for tonight's leading scorers. Now let's check out other NBA action as we go around the league. The Rockets in Houston took the win over the...
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. The Heat with the lead. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Heat, the captain in its center. All out there with Tony Douglas. Then there's Noah. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Now here is Red. Picked by Humphries. 6 to shoot. And here's Jennings outside.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Douglas kicks to Anthony. He kicks it to Douglas. Fires for 3, and the shot is good. Douglas has got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Heat. Now here's Jennings. He's got 11. Douglas Roberts with the ball. Covered by Anthony. The jump hook. Short, but good off the iron. Douglas Roberts has got his third bucket of the night. The Heat leading by 3. And here's Douglas. He's guarded by Jennings. Here's the captain. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
He wants to make a few adjustments out there, and he's running through those with his team right now.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Joakim Noah fourth.
Well, he's got great energy, Kevin, when he goes after the ball, and that's got to be contagious to the rest of the team, I would think. I mean, that kind of production on the glass is great at both ends of the court.
Jennings with the bucket. Jennings has got 13.
We've seen some great shooting from him today. They've got to lean on him a little bit more.
Humphries with the steal. Bucks trail by 3. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Oh, he got the D that time. Nice up and under.
And here are the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Now, Jennings, 13 points in the game. From about 19 feet.